Welcome to the Prosper Project, the show that helps entrepreneurs build brands that impact the world and the bottom line. We know that success doesn't come in a one-size-fits-all package. That's why we're bringing you adaptable marketing strategies along with valuable insights from inspiring changemakers, firebrands, and visionaries. I'm Lorraine Sugart, founder of the disruptive brand agency Prosper for Purpose. Now for this week's episode. Welcome back to the Prosper Project, where today our topic is Beyond the Vision Board, casting a strategic vision for your business. This is the time of year when we start envisioning next year. For many of us, this includes creating a vision board, a tangible or digital board of images that depict what we want to achieve. And while this can be a fun, creative process, it has very little to do with actually achieving that vision. For example, have you ever shared your vision board with someone, your team or your spouse? Typically what happens is there is a look of perplexity on their faces, even as you begin to explain it, right? This is because this must not only be seen, it must be understood. It must be felt. And to be felt, it has to be thoroughly explained to anyone and everyone who can contribute to you achieving your vision. As leaders, we often assume that after we share our vision, people will understand the nuances of that vision just like we do. If we have teams, we might even assume that they understand what their roles and responsibilities are in achieving that vision. And that's a dangerous assumption. On the other hand, sometimes even we don't understand our own role and responsibilities in achieving our vision. That's why so often, instead of our vision boards getting us closer to our goals, they just sit there looking inspirational until we forget about them altogether. And yet, vision is important because you can't achieve what you can't imagine. But while vision boards and vision statements have their place, neither is enough to get you to a truly visionary place in your business. I believe that every 3 years we should go through a metamorphosis in our business and probably in our lives. That metamorphosis should include a big, bold 3-year vision. Why 3 years? If you look at how businesses create strategic plans, most are 3 to 5 year plans, but the most successful are 3. I believe this is because more than 3 years is just too long to stick with one vision or one goal, and less than 3 is too short a time to achieve something really bold. I like to have bold visions, don't you? But I also believe that visions should be achievable. And to do that, we need to reverse engineer them and create a plan forward from where we are to where we want to be. I started my business, Prosper for Purpose, in 2013. My co-founder and I crafted an inspiring set of values, only an okay mission, and a very vague vision. When I bought her out of the business a year later, I created a comprehensive BHAG of a vision. BHAG is a big, hairy, audacious goal. In case you aren't familiar with that term, it was coined by Jim Collins, who wrote From Good to Great. Anyway, my BHAG of a vision included a purpose statement, which was our reason for being, a 2-part mission statement that addresses what we do on a daily basis to achieve our vision, both for our clients and for our team members. 3, our signature services as an agency. 4, our ideal clients. 5, our company culture. 6, my management style. That's so important when you're hiring. 6, our revenue and profitability goals. And then 7, the change we seek through our business. I revisit this vision every 3 years. Back in 2017, it included building a team of 10 and buying a building, both of which I achieved by the following year. In 2020, I modified my vision to address what was happening to businesses across the country and around the world. In 2021, I came out with a revised vision that took me through this year. Each of these times, my messaging changed, my brand changed, my website changed, not completely, but as I became more and more focused and intentional about what I wanted, the path towards my vision became more and more clear. I've refined my process, blending my experience leading strategic planning, both for businesses and nonprofits, and my own experience as an entrepreneur. I use this methodology with my clients, and now I'm publicly sharing it right here on this podcast for the very first time. I call it the magical strategic vision process. And I call it magical because it's just not an isolated vision that you think about from time to time. It's actually a strategic vision that includes priorities and action steps that you and people helping you towards your vision can take. So this process starts with a creative imagining of how you want to feel in your one wondrous life. Now, you've probably never started strategic planning with that, but this is so important. Here's why. Some people crave routines and activity, while others crave space and freedom. And a lot of other people fall somewhere in between the two. And starting with how you want to feel rather than what you want to achieve can save you a lot of anxiety and regret. Trust me on this. That big team I was building did not match my vision, nor did owning a building during a pandemic. I now have a small virtual team, and although I do miss working in person sometimes, overall, I'm much happier. And I also have the opportunity to hire from anywhere. I've had team in Massachusetts, Michigan, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. Okay, back to my magical vision process. After identifying that core desired feeling, I have prompts that guide my clients through a vision casting process. Then we set priorities in each of the core areas of business, from operations and team to sales and marketing and more. I want every business owner to have a strategic vision that they can follow to achieve their wildest dreams. And if you'd like a copy of mine, I'm inviting you to join my upcoming Strategic Vision Workshop beginning Monday, January 8th. We'll spend 5 days together planning your vision for 2024 through 2026. You can learn all about this intensive workshop and register now at strategicvision.prosperforpurpose.com. The link is in the show notes for this episode. So if you're on the road, don't try to write it down. Just go back and click on the link when you get a moment. In this process, I will help you create an ambitious yet agile vision that you can use to inspire and engage your team, create partnerships, and grow your business. It all starts on Monday, January 8th. I hope to see you there. If not, I strongly encourage you, regardless of whether you do this with me or on your own, to think about your wildest dreams, craft a vision, and start planning now. I'm rooting for you. Thanks so much for joining me for this episode of the Prosper Project. If you enjoy this content, please leave a review and share the podcast with another entrepreneur who can benefit from the content. Thank you so much for being a listener, and I'll see you next time on the Prosper Project. At Prosper for Purpose, we have a team of strategists and storytellers who are experienced marketers, accredited PR counselors, and published writers with an average of 16 years of experience. To find out what we can do for you, email connect@prosperforpurpose.com and put free consult in the subject line. Someone from our team will respond within 24 hours.